Hello, everyone, and welcome at APIscene Interface, the third edition, our only annual online conference for the whole APIscene community. We have a lot of people from all around the world who cannot join every time in-person events. So we decided 3 years ago, it was COVID time also, but we decided to have an online event where everyone can actually attend. We can also have speakers that are really busy and can't travel a lot, but now it's online. They can actually speak. So we're really glad to open the conferences to open the conference this year, Interface by API Days. And the theme this year will be API for smart economy. So you've probably heard about APIs over the last 20 years, but in the last recent month, we had a lot of topics about artificial intelligence, large language models, like how you can multiply the user experience by 10x, 100x, by making your application smart, your company smart, your process smarter, your user experience smarter with all this new technology and APIs. And this is what we will talk about to really turn your organization into an exponential organization, delivering exponential value. We hope with a minimum effort, but a smart effort, right? So that will be the goal. That will be the goal we will talk about. And I will just remind you, for people who were the first-time attendees of an API Day conference, the goal of API Days conferences is really to connect the humans behind APIs, behind the interface. We do that in person most of the time, but exceptionally for API Days interface, we do that virtually for our annual online event. So you're here, you are on the platform, you can chat with people, you can ask questions to speakers, you can discuss on Twitter. That's a moment where we can learn, we can share ideas and connect with each other. So it's really the goal of API Days conferences. But as I told you, we do that virtually only at API Days interface, but we have a lot of in-person events all around the world, almost every month of the year. We had New York recently, we have London coming in September, we have Paris, our main event, with 3,000 people in December. But we had also some more community and regional events like Helsinki in North, Middle East in Dubai, Singapore, Hong Kong, or Australia. So whatever the world you are, we're really glad to host you, to have you at an API Days conference. And if you want to run your own API Days conference, you can always reach us. We may need your help to soft land API conferences in your area. API Days, it's 11 years of existence. We're really promoting the API mindset since 2012. More than 55 events, almost all the sponsors, all the industry players have been sponsor and supporter of API Days so far. It's a huge community of past attendees, of online community members, and also a large community of speakers, right? That all the thought leaders of the space have been at some point speaker at API Days conference. To make some noise about the event and recognize each other who is actually attending, you can use Twitter with the hashtag API Days Interface. And if you mention us at API Days Global, we will be glad to retweet you, like your tweets, and give more visibility about what you have to share. API Days is not only events. So we do events, conferences, workshops, meetups, but we also help companies on the consulting side and hiring API jobs, like hiring API product managers or hiring API architects, API developers. With a lot of people in our community actually want to join top API companies. We do a lot of research with white papers, industry research, API landscapes. We do classes, trainings, and we also provide content. So API Days is not only just a conference; it's a whole community and practice. Two initiatives I really wanted to talk about. The first one is women in APIs. Really, the goal, in tech, we don't have enough gender diversity. And so this is why 4 years ago, we started an initiative to foster diversity and talent in the API community. So Women APIs is a network helping people being seen and heard, especially for women, but everyone is invited. But we focus on more female and women engineers, developers, business analysts in the API space. And today it's approximately over 200 members in 40 countries. We do quarterly meetups, which are quite well attended. We have 20 mentors that can really help other female of the community to be seen and heard. And we have already 40 people who graduated for our Get Speaking program, our program to coach female to apply to conferences and speak at conferences. The second initiative I wanted to talk about is the Sustainable Digital Challenge. You all know the constraints we have on carbon footprint and natural resource consumption. So the IT industry has something to do and has something to say and be part of that huge reduction. So every year we do a Sustainable Digital Challenge. It's a 3-month program that is free to attend, where we do workshops on reducing the carbon footprint of the user experience and design, of the code, of the architecture, and the hardware. So companies can come and completely rethink their application or their digital program according to eco-design principles. So I invite you to go there. We already did 3 editions. It will be the 4th edition this year, and it's organized with our partner greenet.io. Last but not least, an initiative I wanted to talk about is APIscene. It's a media platform for API articles, API news, API point of views, visionary leaders about API management, API security, API design. So a lot of our speakers actually write in APIscene, so don't hesitate to go on apiiscene.io or to reach us to write and being recognized as an API thought leader on APIscene media platform. Okay, so what do we have for today for API for Smart Economy, embedding AI to deliver smart APIs and turn into an exponential organization? So what do we have today about the program? We will start with 2 keynotes, 1 fireside chat and 1 keynote actually. And we'll have 3 tracks. 1 track will be LLM, AI, and APIs. 1 track will be the new API tech stack, like what are the new tools, the new open source tooling, what are the new practice to power your APIs and API management capabilities. And the 3rd track on API security, which will be powered by our partner, APIsec University. For tomorrow, we will still have some keynotes, mostly on eco-design and APIs, but then we'll have 1 track mostly on API business and APIs as a product and latest API trends, and another track on API lifecycle, design, and governance. All this event is supported by our sponsors that makes this event possible. The first one and main one sponsor for this event is Influx Data. They will have speakers during the event. They will have a workshop. So if you're interested about how to make better analytics for your APIs and how to store better data, you can go look at their talk or their workshops. We also have some bronze community sponsors like Kong, Blubber, Traffic Labs. So if you're interested about API, microservice, service mesh capabilities, developer portals, and monetization, or API security and testing, Kong, Blubber, and Traffic Labs can be great companies to talk to.